All right, welcome back to the continuation of this future era build here. It looks like there's a bunch of robots that I gotta put on a platform. So let's get on it there. There's a robot on a platform there. The other robot's on the other one there. So he's at an angle. We gotta put some boxes onto the platform. So I'm gonna glue it on there. That's what it says to do. So there's some glue that won't move. That's good. Move on to the next step there. We're just gonna make some kind of ring thing. There's a lot of these, so I am just going to go around in a circle and glue each one, one by one, just so they don't fall out. So I'm just laying the glue in right now, and then, it's kind of an assembly line deal going on here. Just glue and place, repeat over and over and over. Probably like 30, no, I think there's 20 of these. So there's 20 times that I got to do this over and over and over again. And I might have added a little too much glue, but that's better than not enough glue. So there it is. There's the ring. All right, there it is. Great. Okay, now we're gonna make the inner ring. I believe there's an inner ring and an outer ring that snaps into the thing I just glued onto. So it's supposed to be like a teleporting thing. There's the mirror that goes on the back, and there you go. It's actually, that's a see-through lens, I guess is what they would call it. So, and it's got a backing. You gotta squish it all together. And I would do this after the glue dries. It gets kind of sticky if you do it before that. So anyways, we're just gonna be putting the finishing touches on here, pushing it all together, and see what happens here. Yep, there it is. Just squishing it all in there. There you go. There it is right there. And then we're gonna be putting in the LED. So I just put the base on there, which is like that's what's gonna hold the lights. And there's the LED like ring, and I can't seem to figure out how to put this on there. So I just kind of slowly go around and place it as I go, and this turns out to be not the greatest in the world, so I just end up peeling it all off and just squishing it all in there, and then I just go back to straighten it out a little bit. And it doesn't seem to be too critical. As long as that wire's at the bottom, it's good, and it goes all the way around. It's happy. There it is right there. And then we're gonna get the mirror, and we're gonna place the mirror on the back there. So there it is right there, and then just slide it into place. And oh yeah, I gotta peel off the protective layer on there, or else it won't be a mirror. And there it is right there. And this part is a clear glass piece or plastic. It's like, okay, I gotta get 2 tweezers just to take this protective plastic off. It's so annoying. And I have gloves on because I don't want to leave fingerprints on these things, because it's more of a pain to take it off. So yeah, this is not fun. I would tell you that it's kind of annoying that you gotta peel it all the way off, and the gloves aren't helping because I can't grip it that well, and then I lose it for a while. Now I'm just gonna take it off of the plastic ring on both sides. So it's supposed to be like a clear glass thing, I think. So, and then I figure out that I was supposed to put it in these slots, and then I figure out I need glue. So now I lost that for a little bit there, but now I'm gonna take it off again, and then put glue in, and then actually glue it in place. And I was pretty liberal with the glue. I was just kind of like trying to get it on there. Now I'm trying not to touch it so that the glue doesn't transfer onto my fingers, and that's permanent. So there it is right there. That's done. We're gonna move on to the next step, because we're gonna put that to the side. We're just not even gonna deal with that right now. Well, actually, that's the top. That's got like a top there. So then now I'm going with the base. There's a robot. That one moves. Well, it's not like put in place. That's the crystal display that lights up. So that gets put in there. That's on the base of the model there. And then the computer control. There's all these slots. I'm just putting it into the slots that is there. This one is taking a little bit more persuasion than usual, but I know it won't come out, and that one's some kind of grate. And then the ring goes on, so that stays on there permanently. That looks like a structure. There you go. All right, now Now I gotta put this to the side and then work on the base of that actual structure. So that's at the bottom. I put these on. I did it in order so that I don't get it all mixed up. I don't think it really matters what the order is, but as long as like you get the right pieces in the right spot, and it's got like this other thing on there. It's like a fan. So then now I'm like gluing these on, thinking that it's like really important because you might be able to see the detail. But I end up covering it up with some kind of walkway. So it's not that critical. It's just like something to do, make it look nice. I don't think anybody will ever see it, but it's just like it makes it three-dimensional. So we're just putting that on there, making it like look good. There it is. Yeah. Okay. And then let's see. We're going to turn the page and we're going to put it to the side. See that there's that walkway that goes on top of it. So there it is right there. And that just covers up the whole thing. So all that work that you did is now covered up in the bottom. So I don't know why I did all that, but anyways, I did not know at that time. So now I'm going to put in the battery box, and battery box just gets screwed in. I just got to have the wires coming out, on the back side or the front side there. And I'm going to show you, like, I'm screwing it down with one screw. I don't think you need to see like 4 screws being put in. So I spared you the details. It's halfway in. There it is. It's done. It's all 4 in. This is like a holder for the switch to turn it on and off. That's what I figured out afterwards. So anyways, it's got feet. So now I got to place these on there kind of evenly. So I just dab a whole bunch of glue on and just guesstimate where it would be most likely good spot for it and just try to make it match. It's just a base. So now it's firmly on there, and now these little pieces go on the back to keep the battery box up and out of the way, and then the base gets pushed in. It's pretty good. I go back and glue it all together so it doesn't come apart, and that thing keeps coming off. But there it is. It's getting there. It's getting formed. Yeah, just running the wires all over the place, and now we're going to be making the side here. You got to make sure that you're on the right side. There it is right there. That's the right side. Okay, so then that piece is like a gun box or something gets put on there, and then there's all these like decorative gun things. It doesn't matter what order it goes in or what goes on there. There's a couple of extra. It's whatever is suited to you. So I just like went around and this is what I liked. So this is what I did, and I just super glued them all together and made it somewhat presentable, I guess. And then that one gets glued on last. There it is right there. Okay, there's one more. It's like a sniper rifle or something. So I'm not really sure. That's the display of the guns. Now we're gonna go and move on, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm making here, and I'm assembling the elevator, the actual elevator, but I don't know what I'm making here. So I make it wrong. So just know that you have to look at the picture really well to figure it out. I'll figure it out afterwards that I put it on wrong, but it takes me a second because I'm looking at the picture and going, that doesn't look right, and then so I disassemble it because I didn't make it right, and then that doesn't really sit on there right. I'm like, that doesn't look right. It's completely not the way it's supposed to be. Like, what am I doing wrong? And then takes me like a long while to figure that out, and then I take it apart. Well, try to take it apart. It's on there pretty good, but now I have made it, I think. Yeah. What did I make? It's an elevator. I didn't know it was an elevator at the time, but I made it anyways. So there's some pieces for the elevator that I'm going to be making here. It's like a glass elevator, so I just got to assemble it in the right order. There we go. I think that goes on top. No, it doesn't go. It does go on the bottom. Flip around. No, there it goes. Okay, and then it's got like these acrylic panel pieces that are like supposed to be glass. So I kind of get it on there, but I have to peel off the plastic a little bit, but I don't want to peel it off all the way because as soon as I touch it, it's going to leave fingerprints, and I don't want to do that. So I peel away where it's supposed to be in the casing itself there, and there it is right there. That's the bottom, and then there's a top. There's a top and a bottom, so make sure you don't mix that up because one side is longer than the other side, and there's a reason for that. So make sure the short ends are on top and the longer feet leg parts are in the bottom, and you'll see in a second why that's important. Yeah, there it is right there. And then you're supposed to get it on there nice, and then the base goes on, and then you glue another piece on. So that's why there's longer pieces at the bottom than the top. So there's me adding the glue, and then that's going to get permanently on there, and that's not going to go anywhere. That's not going to move at all. I guess it gets 3 pieces of wood. So there it is right there. Yeah, so that's why it's so long. And then it gets some steps. So you just got to push it on there and then snap the steps on together. If I could find where I'm supposed to do, or here it is right there. Okay, and then there's the steps. So just just snap the steps in place. Just make it look okay from one side. You're not gonna be able to see it from the other side, so it's not that big of a deal if you can't see it from the other side. But as long as you see it from one side, there you go. All right. Now I am going to attach the elevator. So just like, okay, now what? So there's a little piece on the back that you snap in, and it keeps the elevator in place. That piece right there, there it is right there. You just snap it in there, and then I'm like, okay, now it goes up and down. I don't understand what's going on here, and that makes more sense once I take the plastic off, and now it looks like glass, and it takes me a second to get all these things off, and then it just snaps in. So that's the elevator right there, and that just snaps in this place, and so that makes a lot of sense after the fact. Now I'm just going to peel off all of the plastic so you can see it. So now I'm make sure I really don't touch it, or else I'll leave a whole bunch of more fingerprints, which I don't want. So anyways, that was that one. So now we're going to move on to the next area. I believe it is step 61. I'm trying to figure out what I'm making here. It's not really sure what it is. It's very tiny, so I'm just assembling it. I believe I'm making like a battery. Like it's supposed to look like a battery. I'm not sure, but it's it's got to get all these pieces together, and it's got to get all snapped out all together. And I think there's the right way. I don't know. I'm looking at the picture going, which way is it supposed to be? Really can't see what I'm doing there, but I'm making something. Not really sure what. We're just gonna go with the flow here. We can't really see what I'm doing, so that's even better. Yeah, because it's like, why would you want to see what I'm doing? I mean, there you go. There we go. We're in frame now, so that's probably better than before. Getting these pieces out, it's a little taxing. I'm just like, ugh, what's going on here? Okay. Yeah, and what is that? Is what I'm trying to figure out. That's something. I don't know what that is. What I'm making there is some kind of panel. Yes, it's a panel to something. And it's got an order to it. It's got holes on it too. So I'm pretty sure that I'm trying to figure out which way the orientation goes and all that, and just kind of snap it all together there. And then I'm all, okay, that looks right, I think. And then it tells me to cut up the wire, so I have to straighten up the wire. And then these are 9 millimeters long for each section, so I gotta clip them to 9 millimeters and keep it relatively straight. I thought it need to be really straight, but it's not that big a deal if it's not that straight. But that's just me measuring them. So there's like the red ones and the blue ones. So I'm doing the red ones first, and then I'll switch over to the blue ones in a second. But I'm just cutting, I think, 4 pieces. Yeah, 4 pieces out of there. There's some left over. I'll just leave it for something else. And then 4 pieces of the blue wire. So I'm just trying to straighten it out. and then get somewhat of a straight wire of the similar length of 9 millimeters. So there's all 4 of those, and then now I'm just trying to crimp the end so it'll fit through the actual hole, and they get fed through. So I'm just like, okay, let's see how that goes. And it just says feed it through however you like, however it looks good to the assembler. So I'm like, okay, but I can't get it through the hole. So yeah. Anyways, I am getting it up into there if I can. There it goes. There goes the other one. Takes a little bit of manipulation to get it in there. So anyways, okay, getting all 4 in there is kind of tough, and it does straighten out a little bit, and and I bent it forward because that's what it says to do, but I bent it a little too much because the bottom's supposed to have something on there too, so it's not supposed to stick up that far. So now I go back and undo a little bit of it, and then bend the other end over, and that should be enough length for it to look like, I think it's supposed to be colored conduit. I don't know, but that's the cover for it. So there it is right there. That's great. I don't know what it is. I'm just gonna move on because I don't really know. I just put it together. What am I making here now? That's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, that's something. I don't even know. I don't even know what that is. That's the base. There you go. That's what that was. Okay, now that just gets snapped into place there, and that's done with that one. And I guess it goes over the elevator shaft there, so it just gets squished into place. All right, good thing I didn't guess what that was. That was a really bad guess. We're gonna move on because I don't know. We're gonna make this tower thing here. It's got a whole bunch of pieces that gets punched out and put together, assembled in some sort of order. I believe this is step 63 or 64. That's what it says on the paperwork, anyways. So, and I just glue it on there because I'm impatient. I just want to get it done, so I just use super glue. Yeah, and then I think that's the top. Yeah, that's I don't know. I forget what this is. I think it's like a portal or something. Yeah, it's just a lot of assembly of small, very, very small things. And there's the legs, and it's got these pieces that go on there. It's there's a right side and a left side, obviously, and it's to make it more three-dimensional. See, that's that. So I gotta turn the page and assemble it in that fashion. So, and then I try not to get it mixed up, and just pay attention to like where you're placing them, because the one that I have isn't right. There you go. See, I had to do it the other way. Yeah, so there it is, right and left. There's a right side and a left side. So just make sure you have a right side and a left side, and then it's got like the base, and that gets put in. So now it's three-dimensional. There you go. That's three-dimensional portal. Yeah, that's what I'm calling it. I don't know if it is, but I don't know what else to call it, so I'm calling it a portal. Now I gotta do the other side, so let's get that going on. I don't know what I'm hesitating for. I think I'm trying to read the instructions going, I don't know what I'm doing, so that's even better. So I just go for it. I just commit. There it is right there. What did I just make? There is a portal. That has to be a portal. Yeah. There it is. Done. Okay, good. Yeah. Well, that gets glued on, so I figured that out. And so I just put a glue on there and just commit. That's never coming off ever again. All right, see, that's what I was making. It is a battery. It takes one wire, and you're supposed to loop it all the way around. And it's supposed to go into the base. and it's really not cooperating with me because I don't know what I'm doing, and so um, it's it doesn't like me. I don't know. It doesn't want to go into the hole. This is not difficult. I'm just not very good at what I'm doing here. So it's in there. It's never coming off. And this part here, it just says bend into place with whatever. Uh, this is also like, whatever wire you want to put it in is fine. And I was like, okay. But I still have issues with the wire fitting through the hole, and it's not fitting through the hole. I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah, I'm just flattening it out so at least it'll fit through the hole. And then there it is. There it goes. There we are. Okay, good. And it says to bend over the end, so I'm doing that. It takes 3 wires. It's supposed to be different colors. Whatever color you like or whatever color you have left over is fine. So, and then it tells me to bend it like in the arc. So I was like, okay, I guess having it straight really wasn't that critical. Um, and there's more holes than the wires. So I think the holes are arbitrary as well. You just kind of have um, artistic preference, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I just changed the colors. It's like red, and then blue, and then red, because that's what I had left. So that's what I'm getting into it. And they all just get bent into each other, so that's why it's taking me forever to get this thing on. And then I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the other end, so I'm just like going, okay, now what? I got these ends here. What do I do with this part? Um, so I make it into an arc, and then I forgot that it's supposed to be plugged. The wires are supposed to get plugged in, and it's supposed to assemble a battery, I believe. So I was like, okay, that's cool. Now what? What do I do with that? I don't know. And it doesn't fit, so I have to really squish it around. And I turned the page because now I'm like, now what? I just put it to the side. I was like, I'll deal with this in a second. I don't know what else to do with this one, so I'm just gonna move on to the next step, which is another door. And it's got decorative pieces on the side. There's a lot of this like door decorative piece, make it 3 dimensional, um, over and over again. I guess it's good. I mean, it's fun. It's kind of neat, but I kind of don't know what I'm doing, so that adds to the frustration. So it's got this weird door thing where it's like in 2 pieces, and then there's a gap, and I don't understand the gap. So I'm like, huh? It's a gap, and then that goes like that, and that goes that way, and it's supposed to make a door. I was like, I don't understand this at all. It really didn't make any sense. See, it's like it doesn't. I don't know. I just stuck it on there. I mean, it says glue it on there, so it's glued on there. If that's wrong, I don't think I can take it apart. So, and it's got these things on the side. I think it assembles with the other portal. I'm not too entirely sure. I'm just like looking at it going, well, what am I supposed to do now? And then I seem to have lost a couple pieces, so I'm just like, do I just snap that on there and call it good? And oh yeah, it is. So it makes it like a base, like a foot base, and then that thing gets snapped on because it's a portal again. It's another little doorway that's fancy. Yeah, little fancy door. Yeah, okay. That's step 72, I believe. Okay, we're just gonna move on because I gotta glue the base on, and there's the base there, and like it kind of like isn't on there all the way, so I do my best to like slowly put some glue into the grooves on the back side so it stays all together and stuff, and I put a little bit too much glue, so I just suck it back out. But that white glue is supposed to be more penetrative, anyways. I'm gonna let that dry. I got my uh, portal here, and it gets a see-through panel there, so I gotta cut that out somehow and glue it on there correctly. And I tell you what, I suck at this. This is like the worst cutting job ever. But and I botch it pretty bad. I get it on there. I try to glue it on there. I do a really bad job of getting this on there because I'm using this glue, and the glue is getting everywhere, and my fingerprints are getting all over it. It looks horrible. Yeah, it looks really bad. Yeah, it's. And then that thing goes on top. I don't know what that is. It looks like a battery or something. And then there's a little panel up there, so I just snap all those things in there and call it good. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't trim those wires. I'm looking at it going, what am I supposed to do? So I just go back and I just snip them off. I don't know what am I supposed to like have it on the side and push it back in. So that's what I do. I just push it back into the actual wall there. You can't see what I'm doing because I'm doing very intricate work here. It's very secret, so nobody can see it. Yeah. But see, it looks kind of okay, kind of not. But it doesn't really matter if it's straight. It's just like an artistic thing anyway, so it's no big deal. But these little things, oh my God, these things suck. I hate this thing. It's like I gotta peel away the plastic, and now it's like this clear acrylic thing. And yeah, there's three of them, and they're not fun. They're not fun at all. They're kind of a pain. So they go like that. But now I gotta glue it on there somehow. So now I'm just like dabbing some glue into the slots there and hoping that it holds. Then I found out that I didn't push it in all the way. So now I take it out and push it in all the way, and then go back and add more glue because the first layer of glue already dried. So now I'm really having trouble getting this glue in there. So there it is right there. The glue's in there. It's never gonna come out now, so that's a good thing. But man, that was not fun. We're gonna move on to the other side. All right, we're almost at the end of this thing here. It's getting pretty long here. It's almost like half an hour. It's not worth it. Anyways, I am gonna try and put the clear plastic on there, but like I said, I'm really not good at this, so I don't do a good job at all. Here's my first attempt here, and I didn't learn my lesson from the first time, so I freehanded again, and well, it's not gonna go well at all. So yeah, if you made it this far, maybe you can give me a like, or you can subscribe, leave me a comment. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm like trimming it all. I'm making fingerprints all over the place. It's not pretty. And I'm trying to recover from it, so I just glue it on there, and I look at it going, that does not look good at all. Oh, let's try it again. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now it just moved, so it's even better. So now it's smeared the glue everywhere. So I don't even know if that's even right. So I would not recommend doing it this way. Just FYI. Just yeah. I don't know how to put these things on. It's not my forte. I do not do well with this part. It looks crappy, and I just make it worse by smearing the glue everywhere. So, but anyways, we're getting to the end here. So, yeah, that doesn't look good. So I have to redo it. Luckily, there's some more things here that I can use. So, I tossed that part off, and yeah, there it goes. I got gloves on this time. And I'm going to super glue it on. And I put way too much super glue on one end. So now I'm spreading it all around, hoping that it will dry. And I just place it on there. And I cut it with the X-Acto knife, which I would not recommend. But anyways, it's towards the end here. Anyways, so just like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. But there's me just trimming it with the X-Acto knife. You can't really see what I'm doing because I'm in the panic mode here. I don't know what I'm doing. It doesn't look good. I'm trying not to get any fingerprints on it. Anyways, that'll be it. Bye.